Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we are going to pick up and do our little reading thing. So last week I uploaded the wrong video. I uploaded an old video and so I deleted that. But I was also at a wellness fair doing some work and it was just like I can't upload this. It's raining. I'm cold. I only got so much life on my phone to upload and so I didn't upload. So we're picking back up where we left off. Um, it doesn't feel like we have very many major events. We had the new moon on the 16th of May. So in about a week or so, it's going to be the full moon. So we're halfway there. We're halfway there. If you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications. If you would like to book a reading, a Reiki session, or a massage, head on over to thecosmichaven.com and do so. We're in my little office now. I got my beautiful amethyst. Thank you, Oracle's Apothecary, for this amethyst. And my lovely aloe. Thank you to my sister and my sister-in-law for this aloe. All right, so we're all set. We're chilling here. Let's get started with the Lorenzi Tarot deck, okay? We have got the Two of Wands straight out the gate. This is about getting into that divine alignment. Spirit's like, yo, we gave you an assignment. It's time to do that assignment. Wake up. So it's really about moving forward with what you have been divinely led to do. Okay, trusting spirit and continuing to keep yourself in alignment by following your intuition, following the synchronicities, and really trusting that you will be taken care of, okay? And we've got temperance in reverse. So this will really be about grounding yourself and seeing what messages are truly for you using discernment. So take time to meditate, be in nature, put your feet in some dirt, okay? Because the downloads are going to be a lot. And it might feel like you are going left, you're going right, you're going up, you're going down, you're going all the way around. And so it's going to be very important to ground yourself, to balance yourself with real world activities. So get in some dirt, go to the gym, eat healthy, eat properly. Um, Carbs and meat, don't forget those things, of course, in a healthy way, ideally. But if you feel like, oh, I am up in the clouds, go get yourself a burger, okay? That burger will knock you right back down. So, really take time to ground yourself so you can be open to the messages that are in alignment for you, because sometimes if you're highly intuitive, you're picking up on other people's messages, okay? So by being in your body, by being grounded, you'll be able to feel what messages are for you, and some people feel it differently. So like for example, if I know a message is for me, it feels very center in my being. It feels like a straight shot down. If it's not necessarily for me, that it'll feel to the right or left of me. Or if it's somebody just like psychically delivering a message for me, it'll be to the right or left of me. But ones that are divinely for me, it's going to be like pshoop, pshoop, and then I listen. Okay, so but everybody's different. So it's time to explore yourself and see what gets you going. What are your little bells and whistles, okay? We've got strength in reverse. So this is really not trusting yourself. So I encourage you to learn how to trust yourself. It is a process and it's a one moment at a time type thing. So when you get a little nudge and you feel that little urge, go for it. And when it succeeds, I would say write it down. Have like a success journal, a synchronistic success journal, okay? Write it down and say, thank you for that guidance. That was great. This is what happened. Um, if it doesn't necessarily work out, then look at what was the lesson here. What was I meant to experience in this moment? Because sometimes, even if it isn't necessarily ideal, sometimes there is an experience, there is a lesson involved, and that's okay too. All right. Some of those lessons just make you a little stronger. Okay. So really learning how to trust yourself, trust your intuition is going to be paramount. This 3 of Cups, having joy, a deeper sense of joy and gratitude for who you are as a divinely gifted individual. So it feels like some of you might have a lot of shame surrounding intuitive abilities, psychic abilities, things that you'd rather keep hidden, but it's really time to allow those to blossom and flourish. We're getting into, well, we are in springtime, even though Mother Nature in Michigan doesn't like saying it's springtime. We are in springtime. So it's really that time for growth and development and a deep appreciation for the gifts that you have. Okay. So start living with that gratitude. And the more gratitude you have for it, the more gratitude you have for who you are, the more amplified your intuition is going to be. Okay. And then we've got this Fool in reverse. And this feels very solar plexus, like, ugh, I can't go forward. I can't move forward. I can't do that. I'm not like you, or I'm not like somebody else. No, you're you. Okay. Quit comparing yourself to others. But also, while you don't necessarily compare yourself to others, be inspired by those who do take risks. Be like, okay, how can I propel myself into the most ideal future? And know that it's going to be okay. Take your time with it. Do not just rush all willy nilly. Do take your time with it, because the psychic and spiritual realm can be very overwhelming, which is why I say ground, ground, ground. And if you also need therapy, then therapy, therapy, therapy. Okay. Because you got to keep yourself well, you, in order to be in these environments, these spiritual environments. Okay, so keep taking care of yourself, take your time, but also don't be afraid to take risks. It's all about the balance. Okay, we have got this 10 of Swords in reverse. So it feels like this intuitive stuff is preparing you for a big shift, that, and this can be a change in occupation, a change in relationship, just like this huge, the life you are living right now, it's going to have a bigger shift, and it's going to be very shocking to you, kind of like a dark night of the soul moment. Okay, and that's why you're being encouraged to go within and to trust your intuition, and know that even though everything seems to be being taken away from you right now, that you're okay, and that spirits got you. They're holding your hand and guiding you to the next best thing. Like, that was fine for a while, but the situation or the environment or the experience you were living was fine for what it was, but you've outgrown it. And now it's time to face new challenges, new experiences. It's time to evolve. And that's really why everything seems to be falling apart. Page of Swords. Yeah. Yeah, and this can be, especially with relationships, um, being able to set boundaries, say no. Um, some of you, it's, you're going to be letting new people into your life, but at the same time, you're going to be distancing yourself from certain people. And yeah, it's going to be all about clear communication, what you do want and what you don't want. So be very specific and very precise with what you say to yourself, to others, to the universe. Okay, because what you are saying, what you are speaking, what you are thinking is being manifest. Okay, and sometimes, like, your words, for some people, and I'm going to say a lot of people, your words need to be a little bit sharper, okay, a little bit more direct, because you're treading the edges, being very soft and passive about setting these boundaries, so they keep walking over them. However, it's really time to be like, no, we're not doing this. I'm not doing this. This is what I want in my life, and you're not fitting into that box that way. So you got to be right here. All right, you got to be very direct. And for some people, it's going to be like that sword. Okay. Some people that might sting a little bit, but that's something they need to work on. That's not on you. You were very direct, you were very respectful. If it is triggering them, that's on them. Okay? So be specific with your words. 8 of Cups reverse. Yeah, it seems like for a while you've known this situation just isn't going to work. For a long time you've known this situation isn't going to work, but you still cling on to it. And that's why spirits is like, no, we're just gonna shift it. Okay. I'm sick of waiting on you. We're just gonna shift it. So really embrace that it's time to let go, that you can't cling on to it anymore. Okay. For some of you, this might have to do with a mother wound, because I just see like a child holding on to a mother's apron, being afraid to let go. But it's really time for you to become the adult and you to set these boundaries and you to start caring and nurturing for yourself, okay? Because the situation you're in isn't fulfilling. It's not happy, and you deserve better, and you need to remember, I'm here to remind you, if this resonates with you, that you deserve better than the situation you're in, okay? So really take time to take care of yourself. All right, we have got this Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So remaining where you are, remaining stuck where you are, has had a significant impact on your finances as well as your physical well-being, but we're going to mostly talk about the financial aspect. So if you are not receiving what you are worth in certain relationships, if people are not filling up your cup in friendships, in family ships, in romance, that's going to affect your finances, okay? Because if you're not getting your cup filled, if you're not getting reciprocity there, what makes you think you're going to get reciprocity money wise? Okay. So the more you start setting boundaries, seeing your value, and honoring who you are, the more financial well being you are going to have. And we've got this Tower in reverse. So part of you really doesn't believe that. And again, like I'm saying, you're clinging on to the old because you think this is the as good as it's going to get. The universe is here to tell you otherwise. And like, if you're not listening to your intuition, if you are not trusting your intuition and leaving the situation, like I said, they're going to pull the rug out from under you. This is going to be a dark night of the soul. This is going to be a little bit rougher, a little less satisfying than it would be if you just walked away. So I highly encourage you, like I said, get your energy work done, get your therapy done if you need to. But there needs to be a shift so you can remember your value, so you can remember what you are worth. Okay, so you can be open to receive more. Allow yourself to receive more. We've got this 5 of Wands, and it's not saying the path is going to be easy, okay? Because first you've got to clear the energy cords away, will yourself to depart and will yourself to go on towards the next best thing, and then your cup is going to be filled. But it's going to be a work in progress because you're realigning yourself, you're learning something new, your cells, your DNA is activating into something better. So it's going to be a little bit of a struggle for this week, it feels like. And that's okay. All right. We are not just like flatlining life. We are going through the ups and downs. Do you really want a flatline life? Okay. Like, do you really want a flatline life, or do you want to go on an adventure? Okay. It might be like rough, but you will feel more empowered. You will feel stronger at the end of the day. So really embrace that and allow yourself to be adventurous. We've got this 9 of Cup in reverse. So this transition period, it feels like you're just going to feel empty for a while. You're going to feel kind of like a tumbleweed, okay? Or like that single dead leaf blowing in the wind. I don't know what to tell you. It's going to be very like vacant lot type situation. That's going to be the inner world, and that's okay because you can work with a vacant lot. You can't work with a lot that is filled with junk and trash, okay? So now that you have cleared the clutter, you have this lot to work with. You can build upon that. All right. You can take it one day at a time. You can take it one step at a time. Meditate first. Get into alignment with spirit first. And then ask, where do I need to go? What do I need to do? And spirit will tell you. They're here to support you. And you just got to trust that. Okay. We've got this Ace of Swords in reverse. And this feels like just a huge clearing of belief systems, of preconceived notions. So, like, when you clear this situation out of your life, whether it's done by your will or by divine will, because you ain't doing it, um, you're going to have revelations. You're going to have internal epiphanies and be able to see like, oh yeah, that was a really toxic situation. That was a really bad situation that I got myself into. And while right now is not great, while it's not 100%, it's way better than what I was dealing with. And so there, like, at the end of the day, there is going to be this sense of peace within you. We've got this Queen of Cups in reverse. This is about nourishing yourself, taking that time for self-love, taking that time for stillness, and really just embracing who you are and loving the fact that you're willing to break free of not great environments in order to move forward and connect with healthy people, connect in healthy situations, and bring something new into your life. Even though this situation sucks, even though it might not be the most ideal situation at this time, love yourself for taking care of yourself even if it is uncomfortable, because not a lot of people do that. So embrace that you're willing to be proud that you're willing to be uncomfortable for a time in order to grow, in order to have a better life, okay? A more peaceful and fulfilling life. So we are going to pull a card from the Angelarium Oracle of the Fallen. Again, if you'd like a reading, head on over to thecosmichaven.com and book your reading, okay? All right, we have Semiyaza, Angel of Pride. Okay, oh my gosh, this is an exquisite. Like, look at this card. Look at all those brilliant colors, and it's like, yeah, you can tell it was kind of a. It feels like it was kind of a bit of a war zone. However, he stood tall. He conquered whatever he needed to conquer. And yes, it was a struggle, but he was willing to struggle and fight for himself. Okay? Be willing to fight for yourself. Be willing to speak up for yourself and remember who you are, okay? Remember who you are. And know your value, know your worth, and not settle for anything less than amazing, okay? You deserve it. So I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week and take care. Bye.